Welcome in. We are live. We are live. Democrats took over. We will talk. Welcome in, everybody. Happy Wednesday. Appreciate you guys being here tonight. ABC, of course, you're number one. Of course, you're number one. Thank you, my friend. Appreciate it. Of course. Thank you. Of course, you're number two, Ozzy Crosby. And thank you for the membership. We were going to talk tonight. Are the Democrats took total control, and the Trump seat is happening. We're going to talk about the three landslide, whatever you want to call it, taking over America. We're going to get into that and tariffs. I'm going to show you some numbers that you might be surprised with the tariffs. Hello, Laughs. Thanks for being here. I watched Jesse Waters a little bit. Yes. With Erica Kirk. Yes. I did see a little bit of it. I did. Thank you, Laughs, for bringing it up. Yes. As we forget, and a lot of you know I just buried my mom, it was very touching. So, yes, I did. And we'll cover that, too. But what I want to talk about, did the Democrats actually take over in this live? And some numbers that you might be surprised with tariffs. And we're going to talk and much, much more. So, let me welcome in Janine. Hello, Janine. Always good to see Janine and our moderators on here. Yeah, we're going to talk about, is this going to affect the 2026, the House of Representatives, and the... And what this all means. Are you real surprised? Is anybody surprised, Whiskey Tango, that the Democrats in these three states of Jersey, Virginia, and the mayor race? Look, we're going to dive into that in just a little bit. Wait for some YouTube algorithm to get more in here. Appreciate, but while we wait, I'm hoping everybody's doing well today. God bless everybody. Shout out to Maribel. Maribel, hope you're doing good in Puerto Rico. It's late in Puerto Rico. It's got to be a little later. So we're going to cover that. We're going to talk about some numbers. Are the terrorists working? You'd be surprised. And will it replace income tax? You'd be very surprised. I dug in for the last hour looking at some numbers. I want to stop and say hello to Lemon J. Always good to see you. Thank you, Lemon J. On behalf of me and Maribel on all your wonderful, beautiful words. I could write it even better. Amazing. We thank you. So thank you. So hello, Chris. Welcome in. Yeah, we're going to talk about what the hell's going on. Are you surprised? Am I surprised? And then we're going to talk a little bit about Republicans. Good versus evil and that kind of stuff. Good versus evil. But some of these numbers you're going to be surprised of. And also the Americans are hurting with these SNAP benefits. Well, it's not the Republicans' fault. It is the Democrats. Let's just come out and say that. Chuck Schumer. And we're going to go over that. I believe that this shutdown is going to end very quickly. I'm not just saying this to give hope. I believe it will end. So we're going to talk about that a little bit. And doing well, Maribel. Just the birds, got them out. They're put back in. I know my wife's worried about the birds. I'm doing well. I'm feeling better. And trying to, doing what I enjoy, which my mom would say, continue doing the news. So I am reporting my news. I'm not Fox. I'm not CNN. I give you my perspective, and that's it. You can agree or disagree. It doesn't upset me one way or another. But I'm going to give you some numbers on tariffs and how Trump is really doing, and then we're going to debate and digest some of this stuff, what it really means. And also, I'm going to give you how Republicans can win California. What the hell is South smoking other than a cigar? Yes, Republicans can win California, but nobody's thought about this but me. And we're going to talk about it on how it can happen. So jump on in and we're going to talk. We got to talk. 3 states, big blue wave. Yeah, they won. And Zoran Mandani. Well, let's talk about this. We're going to get into the terrorists, but let's get into this guy. What is he, 34 years old? He wants to make free rent. It sounds good. I talked about this yesterday. Here's the thing. Where the hell are you going to build all these condos and houses? In the ocean? Think about it, everybody. Where are you going to build? And who's going to do it for free? Are the builders going to do it? I mean, people want to get paid. Did he actually think about this? How the hell are you going to build these condos and townhomes and houses? Where are you going to build them at? Long Island, Brooklyn, Manhattan, Jersey side? Where are you going to build them at? What are you going to do? How are we going to build them in the water? So, and who's going to do it for free? Number one. Number two, regulate supermarkets will never work. Look, 80% of females, younger females, voted for this man. Look, I hope it works for New York. I've said this last night. It simply wasn't thought over. And, it could actually destroy New York. So we're going to talk about that. But though, think about this. And then we're going to get into the tariffs, like I said. Look, I'm just going to come out and say this real quick. Trump has lower taxes, period. Hello, Crystal. Always good to see you. Crystal, thank you for checking up on me. Appreciate you, Crystal, so much. You don't know how much I appreciate you checking up on me. I'm trying to keep busy with my clients, so thank you, Crystal. Shout out to Crystal, Isabel, and other people who help this channel out behind the scenes and on the scene. I will say this, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not just saying being positive. Interest rates will go down. Why? Because I'm going to explain to you how tariffs, taxes are working. So interest rates will go down on mortgage. Trust me. All right, I don't have a crystal ball, but I dug deep and showed you some. I'm going to give you some of these numbers. A lot going on. I'm not surprised. I am not surprised of Madani. I'm not surprised. I'm a little surprised at Jersey. Look, these states are, blue, and I don't think it's going to affect the 2026 primaries. And I'm going to tell you why. People, Democrats and Republicans and independents, and all of us, we worry about one thing. Aside for our health and our family, what do we want? An affordable economy. In 26, the economy is going to be better now than ever. Even though there's people who are upset and kept it blue in New York and New Jersey and Virginia and California, it becomes down to how hell is the economy. And the economy is getting better and better. And in 26, when people go to vote for the House of Representatives, it's going to be about the economy. And I'm a strong believer that Trump is going to continue with a couple of bumps and working on the economy. So for those that are worried, if you're a Republican or you don't care, we're going to be just fine. I'm not just saying this, we're going to be just fine. And then we're going to talk about how California can actually turn red. Let me just come out and hear how it's possible. How it's possible is this. Someone to impersonate a Democrat. So if you are running in California and you are Republican, change over and become Democrat and play the game. It's a game of politics, ladies and gentlemen. Somebody, some male or female out there, maybe it's Crystal, maybe it's somebody who lives in California, play the game. Play the game. I am now a Democrat who was a Republican, okay? And just agree on everything that these ridiculous all these governors have done, including Arnold, and just play the game. And then when you get in, slowly make the change. Because if that doesn't happen, ladies and gentlemen, in California, in our lifetime, you'll never see it red. So I'm not surprised. All right. But that's one way you can do it. Yes. And in New Jersey, we've had one Republican since the 60s. I think it was a piece of shit. Steve Christie, whatever I was saying. So I'm not surprised. And in New York, come on. Is anybody really surprised? And I'm hearing from my Democrat friends and all that. Blue wave. We're taking Trump out. Trump's gone. Trump's not going anywhere. He's still the president. And let me remind you, Trump has done everything, almost everything, to this date. Crystal, stop it. Stop it. Look at the floating heart. 22, 23 times helping, sponsoring today's live once again, ladies and gentlemen. If it wasn't for Crystal and Ozzy and Whiskey Tango and so many others that are help sponsoring today's live, we would just not be here. So I know Crystal's, as she's doing this, is saying, it's all you. No, it's not all me. It's everybody who's helped sponsored, liking, subscribing, sharing the short videos. Look at this, 81 floating hearts, Maribel. Maribel says, have you seen those floating hearts that Crystal did and others? Yes, I have. Wow, and amazing as Lemon J sits back. And thank you for all your support, Lemon J, and all the moderators. Janine, I could not do it without you. I don't see Mike in here, but with Mike and the rest of the moderators and Fabian, I'm forgetting so many more. Thank you so much. And if you're new to the channel, come on board, like and subscribe. Because at the end of the day, as Crystal is still plugging away, stop it, Crystal. 100 floating hearts. We got floating hearts all over the live chat. Thank you, Crystal. It means a lot, as 100% of these proceeds will help out the homeless. And that's one thing most Democrats, Republicans, most agree on helping out. So thank you, Crystal. And thank you for the cigar for last night. For the $50 donation, I went ahead and got a nice $15 cigar, Crystal. It's very good. I don't know what the hell it is, a house blend. So thank you, Crystal. Love you. Love you, love you, love you, love you. Everybody on here. Shout out to my wife, who's in Puerto Rico, spending time with her mom. And thank you for joining this live on a different time zone. So shout out to my wife. And we got another donation that just came in, laughing my ass off over here. Good luck, brother. Found your job. So, well, thank you. Thank you. Thank you for the donation, Bardini. Hey, guys, let's not take this too serious here on the live chats. All I ask for is a little respect. Not so much on me, but on the moderators and everybody else. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion. We appreciate that super chat, though, my friend. So high five, fist bump to you. All right, let's get into some of these numbers. You ready for this? I'm going to explain to you that tariff tax are working. Are we ready? Here's my notes. Trump tariffs making money. $142.2 billion. Okay? Growth is 174%. Is it enough to remove income tax? No. But Rome wasn't built one day. My point is, it is working. Interest rates are going to go down. If it wasn't working, interest rates would go up. We are not in inflation. Are you with me? It's working. Again, not enough to replace income tax. But once again, Trump is trying. He said everything he was going to do, right? No tax on Social Security, no tax on tips, no tax on overtime, close the border, peace, 8 wars, taking nukes away in Iran. We will go down as one of the best presidents in my lifetime, our lifetime, and arguably speaking, probably the best president ever. And in 2026, the people are going to be watching very closely, Republicans, MAGA, Democrats, Independents. How is my wallet? How are we doing? That is what's going to be most important to me and all of you. Yes, I voted for Trump, but if the economy is tanking, then I might change my mind on future Republican. Now, let me just pause here real quick. And Crystal, once again, has just gifted not 2 members, not 5 memberships, but 10 memberships. So make sure everybody thanks Crystal. And I know Crystal's sitting there with her Diet Pepsi or sitting back, and I hope you're feeling better, Crystal. I truly mean it. And I know Crystal's doing this. Sal, keep on talking. I got your back. Thank you, Crystal. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It means a whole lot to both of us. That's 10 new members. If you're a member and you got gifted, if you get a chance, just say thank you to Crystal. We don't pick the names. YouTube does. It means a lot. And you are now a member for 30 days, and you are part of a membership, and it's a great cause, and you get highlighted in green. And we're going to be giving out some goodies to the members again. Maribel reminded me, as soon as we get everything together with, the moms, my mom passing, Maribel's mom, and all that stuff, we will get it gone. And now, look at this. Are you kidding me, Crystal? Please. And then right behind the 10 memberships, bada boom, bada bing, 5 more memberships, total of 15 memberships. Crystal, I'm speechless. And on behalf of me, Maribel, all the moderators, thank you so much. We appreciate it. Really do. It really, really helps sponsoring today's live, yesterday's live, many other lives, and our shorts, so we can continue to help out as many people we possibly can. So as Janine just put on there, Crystal, explanation, and a beautiful heart. And very nice. Isn't that, Janine? Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. We are in a better economy. It's not an economy that's great, but it is economy that's better. And the tariffs, I just gave you the numbers. I'll read them off one more time. Let's see here. Love my hat. Thank you. Thank you. It's the best hat, right? And it looks like here we're getting some thank you, Crystal, there from a green membership there, saying thank you, thank you, thank you. That's nice. It's nice to put the thank you. And by the way, guys, if you never made a comment before, maybe you're a Democrat, maybe you're a Republican, maybe you're independent, maybe you're just shy, come on board. Don't be shy. Put a comment in. Let us know you've been watching these streams. Hit the like, subscribe, or don't hit the like, but let us know what's going on, where you're coming in from. And we like to hear from you, right, moderators? So we like to hear from everybody on here today. Once again, the terrorist money is $142 billion from last year. That's good. And still short, but he just got started. So again, Trump is trying. Tariffs are working, Arthur King. Tariffs are working. Interest rates are not going up. Inflation's going down. We inherit a worse economy, worse administration ever. So it's working. Once again, if you're new to the channel, Trump is not perfect. Trump is not God. Trump makes mistakes. I call Trump out, but it's good. And it's going to be better, Ozzy, I believe, in 26. And I think that's where people are going to vote. And that's where people are going to say, how is the economy in 2026? I believe it's going to be great. Mike, I think it's going to be great. And that's how the Republicans will continue to keep the House. Absolutely. I am not worried about the 3 states going blue at all. Not at all. It was expected, and that's that. A lot of people are asking me, should you refinance your mortgage? Look, I'm not a loan officer, but I would tell you this. It might be a good time, it might not. I mean, it's one of those things where I'm a strong interest rates will continue because based on tariffs. Does everybody understand that? And I believe I'm going to throw something out there. You might see 4% mortgage rates real soon. Thank you, Lemon J. So, we talked about how to win California. Well, impersonate is one way. A Democrat. Run as a Democrat. Be a conservative. Actually, be helping California. Helping California. And that's one way. There's no other way to win in this lifetime. And as far as New York, you know, I still trying to digest how the hell free rent will work. How the hell can you be a landlord? Think about it, ladies and gentlemen. How could you be a landlord in New York? And where are you going to build these houses? And who the hell's going to build for free? I mean, how many people on here would work for free in building? Not many. Some would say I work for less. So, Mr. Mandani, you're not thinking it clearly, but somebody voted for him. Who knows? Who knows? And as far as controlling supermarkets and grocery stores, well, just take a look at Cuba, Venezuela. Look at some of these other countries and where they're at. But he's running on this, and he's making strong statement. He's the future Senate. He'll be the future president. Yada, yada, yada. New York Muslims got him elected. Yes, yes, and a lot of young women. A lot of young women, you know, intelligent women, voted for this man. And I want him to do well. You know, I'm sure most New Yorkers want him to do well, but it's not going to be well. It's going to be disaster. And Trump's seen this coming. Yeah, absolutely. Let me get some water. Absolutely well said. Yeah, we are going to be, New York is going to be falling apart. And people are going to be moving out. We talked about this last stream yesterday. And once again, shout out to Isabel and Crystal, Whiskey Tango, and many, many others. Appreciate you so much. And also other people behind the scenes. Shout out to Aaron. You don't see him comment. Who help these live streams. So appreciate it. Thank you, moderators, and Mike M. and Lemon J. Democrats for the trap again. So predictable. Yeah, I mean, I'm not shocked. I'm a little shocked in New Jersey. But once again, Steve Christie was the last Republican. It's always been Democrats. Not in South Jersey, where I'm from, but North Jersey has always been Democrats. And they might have to do the same trick that I just alluded to with California, impersonate a Democrat, because I don't see how it's going to change. But as far as the House of Representatives go, I don't think it's going to make a difference. I can be wrong. I've been wrong before, but I don't think so. I don't think it's going to affect the House. And once again, we talked about this last night. Donald Trump will hand the torch over to the future Republican president, whoever it might be. Who do you think it might be? Because you think it'll be J.D. Vance, Marco Rubio, somebody else. They have no chance. I'm going to continue to say, if you're new to the channel, we need competition. I think the Democrats need to get their shit together. But what you're going to see in New York run is not going to get it together. It will not get it together. It's going to make it worse. Worse with AOC, Madani, and the rest of them. Old man Bernie. Look at old man Bernie Sanders, how long he's been in politics. Look, think about this, ladies and gentlemen. They choose Joseph Biden over Bernie Sanders. People know it will not work. Never. I love free stuff, don't we all? But let's be realistic. We're not living in a dream. There's no way. He will not hold true. Is he going to pay for it? Maybe he's got money. Zoran Mandani, maybe he has a pocketbook. Maybe he has billions of dollars, trillions of dollars that we don't know about. I don't know. Maybe. And he's going to come out and pay for people building these homes that he promised to make it free. Think about what I just said. These are not my words. These are Mandani. He's saying the words free. How the hell are you going to have a free? What kind of place would you have? It won't even get built. Will not happen. You're not talking about 500 condos. You're not talking about 1,000. He's talking about, thousands, millions of free. Is this guy nuts? And I don't know what people are thinking. I really don't. I can't understand it. I understand that they're not happy on New York, but I don't understand. Can somebody explain to me, is anybody in this chat, and then I'll shut up for a second, can explain to me on how the hell they're going to make it free rent going forward? And by the way, they want to defund the police. Don't have any police. He wants to have, I forget what it was, but he wants to remove the police and have people control. How's that going to work? Who's going to pay these people? They might do it for one day. They might do it for a month. Who the hell's going to work for free on and protect? 911 going to help you. We need Joe. We need Johnny. We need Sal. We need Crystal. We need Janine. We need help. Who the hell? How are you going to teach these people? How are you going to make them a police officer? There's training involved. And regulate the supermarkets. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Aisle 2 today will be free. Free milk, free almond milk. Aisle 4, potato chips will be free. Come back Friday and we'll give you free hamburgers. How long is that going to last? Yes, you got it right. Bankrupt, and bankrupt. And taxes up the roof. Will not work. Now, I agree we need to change in New York, but this is not the way to do it. Not the way to do it. And it's really a shame. We're going to talk about SNAP benefits. It really is a shame. I talked about this last night. There is people truly who really, all joking aside, I agree SNAP benefits should be temporary, but there's people out there who need their SNAP benefits for the next couple months, a year, and they are not receiving them. And that's wrong. And that is not because of the Republicans that are running this nation or Donald Trump. This is one man who's screwing it over, Chuck Schumer. So he is taking away your SNAP benefits, and it's not good. It's terrible. And that's why we're having a government shutdown. That's why air traffic control. That's why my plane's circling in the sky, almost running. All their fault. Because they don't like Trump. Why? Because he's not one of us. He's not a Bush. He's not a Reagan. He's not a Clinton. That's it. Appreciate that pumpkin. It looks good on that Trump hat. Say a little pumpkin on top of that Trump hat. We appreciate that. Thank you. Sylvester, appreciate that. We give you a little heart. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Overwhelmed. Thank you. A little pumpkin on the hat. Looks good. All right, I'm going to read some comments real quick. What's your thoughts, ladies and gentlemen? Do I have it all wrong? I'm just saying, I'm not being as smart. Is there something that I'm not seeing? We're talking about Madani. Is there something that I'm overlooking? Let's anybody. Yeah, I see Zoran won, but we're talking about how he can help New York. How can he help New York? Elon, do you know? Does anybody? Good versus evil. When will we, get together and have common sense? Not about Donald Trump. It's not about Biden, Madani, AOC, Kamala, Gavin Newsom. Not about none of them. It's always been about us. An affordable economy, a better economy. We got enough of our own problems. We got to worry about our families and stuff breaking. Worry about, and Trump is releasing some stress. And for those who's coming in, for those who say tariffs aren't working, you want to debate? We can debate. I'm going to read these numbers one last time. Ready? Trump's tariffs are making money. $142.2 billion from last year. Growth is up 174%. Not enough to remove income tax, but enough to help the economy. Inflation is down. If it would have went up, then guess what? Then we can say, and even I would say, guess what? Ooh, these tariffs aren't working. But inflation's down. It's down. Interest rates will go down. So it's working. Trump is trying. We are now not getting ripped off. We are taking back money that was ours for the last 40 and 50 years that none of these presidents had enough balls to do. Oh, they talked about it. Somebody said food is expensive. Thank you for your comment. I want you to look back when Biden was president. Not as bad, right? Things are working. And by 2026, things are going to even be a lot better. And that's midterms. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you are a conservative, you are a Republican, you are an independent, thinking about it, trust me when I tell you, we are going to be 4 times better. We're going to be 4 times better in 2026 in the beginning. We're going to be 100 times better. And when people go out to vote, Democrats, Republicans are going to say this. They're going to look and say, well, my electric bill went down. Oh, I can buy a new car. Food is down. Tariffs are working. We don't have to worry about people coming here illegal, hurting, murders. Crime is down. So most important thing is the economy. Even those who don't like Donald Trump are going to say the economy. Hey, honey, this Trump's we don't like him. The economy, honey's good. Vote for Trump. Or vote for midterms. Republican. Conservative. The only way right now. Not the only way forever, but right now it is the only way, my friends. So the 3 states that they just won and they're on a sugar high. You know that sugar high that Kamala had? Remember that? And what happened to her? Won't see her no more. Knocked out first round, right? So I was shocked. I was shocked a little bit in New Jersey, just a little bit. We expected it. And it's going to hurt New York, hurt Jersey, hurt Virginia. But it's not going to hurt the United States of America. We will be just fine. And we will win the midterms. And I've said this last time, I'm going to go a little farther. We will win again in 28. Until the Democrats figure out a way to be better than what's happening with Trump. And that is continue to make peace, keeping the borders closed, and making it affordable again. That's it. Sylvester, thank you for the donation. Appreciate it. I'll read your comment. Everything is economically worse under Donald Trump. That's your opinion, my friend. Appreciate your donation, and I'm not calling you my friend whether you donated the $2 or $1,000 or no money. You're entitled to your comment. I disagree, but I will share this with you. That money will go to help out the homeless, and that is something that the Democrats didn't do much. In fact, I'll go a little farther. The Republicans, they haven't done much either, but Donald Trump is trying. So thank you. Appreciate that. I voted for Donald Trump. I lost my SNAP. I'm sorry. I voted for Trump. I lost my SNAP benefits. VME8. VME8, this is not Trump. I know you think it's because it's on Trump's watch. But do you understand this is Chuck Schumer? He should open the economy and work on a better health care. Do you understand that? This is all because of Obama care. It's not working. And what do you want, Trump to give in? So you can blame Chuck Schumer and the Democrats. This is not Trump. Trump wants to give money, tax breaks, lower taxes, gave out money on stimulus checks when we were shut down, gave out PUA, self-employment unemployment. He went high, Nancy Pelosi went low. Trump wants to help. Trump's not taking away Medicaid and SNAP. Trump wants to help. Trump wants to make you try to work. Trump wants you to work a couple hours and you'll still receive your SNAP benefit. He just wants people to try. Now, if you're disabled, he never said that. That's not in the bill. If you're 65, he's not taking away your Medicaid. He just wants people to try, like he's trying. Right, Ozzy? That's all. He's not saying, oh, but your SNAP benefits aren't coming in because of what? Chuck Schumer. Is Trump responsible? Sylvester, once again, thank you for the donation. Is Trump responsible for anything negative? Look, I don't know how long you've been watching me, Sylvester. I've called Donald Trump out. I said he fumbled the Epstein files. Trump is not God, whatever you believe. Trump's not perfect. You're not perfect. I'm not perfect. Thank you for the donation. It's just he is heading in us, in my beliefs, in a better direction. We got Trevor. Thank you very much for your donation. Appreciate that $10 donation. Food will never go down. Corporate greed. Companies will keep the inflation prices because amazing overhead, regardless of the right, middle, or left. Thank you for the comment, Trevor. I appreciate it. Well, you're somewhat right. I think though, a lot of hold on one second here. What I just do? Did I just screw up here? But thank you. You know, look, a lot of this food prices don't peaks in the house. Kamala, you're fired. Now a lot of you are saying, where the hell is she going with that? That's our loyal moderator. She's a Trump supporter. Kamala, you're fired. A lot of this was caused by the previous administration. Let's face it. I will buy into Trevor the first year with COVID and all that. Biden and the committee had plenty of chances to open up the pipelines. A lot of this came down to our pipelines. Food would never have been as high. But yeah, we need to make it a better, affordable economy. And look, Trump is not there yet. I'm not going to jump up and say, yeah, Trump did it. Steaks down to, New York steaks back down to $10. Gas is $2. No, we're not there yet. But he is trying. Do you guys understand? And the numbers are showing. I just gave out the numbers. But negative stuff about Donald Trump? Yes. I don't think he should drop the F word over and over. I think he repeats himself time to time. He's not perfect. I've called him out. Oh, sure you have. I'm calling him out right now. But I'd rather have a leader, Trevor and everybody else, who is trying than a committee that wasn't even run by a president who was never really trying. They weren't trying for the American people. And I'm going to go a little farther. They weren't trying for the illegals. They don't give a shit about the illegals. They were using them for green cards and future votes. If they cared, they'd be crying about how many babies and children were losing their lives, and mothers and fathers for coming here illegal. Does everybody understand that? Trump wants people to come to the United States. He wants people to exchange money, come here legally, pay into income tax, have a better solution for healthcare. And I believe Trump is on the right track. He wants everybody to come here legally and be great. But yeah, I ask everybody this. Trump, conservative, or do we even call this a Democrat Party? Do we call this a Democrat Party? A Democrat Party was Bill Clinton. You could even say Hillary. But Barack Obama started socialism. Do you guys understand? A two-term president. Do you guys understand he planted a seed on where we're at right now? And thank God that bullet missed Donald Trump, President Trump. Thank God we had a president, or we'd be in serious problems right now, ladies and gentlemen. We'd probably have more wars. The economy would be worse than it is now, worse than what it was with Biden. So ask yourself this before you go to sleep. You don't have to like Trump, but you would agree that we are doing much better. We're not where we're at, but we're doing much better than we were. Much better, ladies and gentlemen. And I don't believe Mamdani is going to put New York in a better situation. Once again, if you're new to the channel, like and subscribe. Share your thoughts. Agree with me or disagree. We appreciate it. We are not a mega station. And I'm not knocking anybody who says that. We are about the people. I'm just so happy to support Donald Trump. Remember, Trump was a Democrat who became a Republican who's just running with the R. He's about the blue collar. He's about the billionaires, the poor, the middle class, the gays, the straights. He is for American ways. Common sense. Who's not perfect. His head, some bumps. But we do know that this AOC and Zoran Mamdani and Gavin Newsom and Bernie Sanders will not work, because I want you to ask yourself this. If it would work, Bernie Sanders would beat Biden. So if you're a Democrat, ask yourself this. Why didn't Bernie win over Biden? Because people know it doesn't work. And these young women, these beautiful women, these people in general voting for this are not looking at the big picture. Well, some people say they're stupid. I won't say stupid. They're just not well educated and looking at the big picture. We were all young before. I voted Democrat. But this is not about Democrat versus Republican. Good versus evil. This is not a man who is trying to guess and sound like it's good and give the people what they want to hear. Free, free, free. It'll never work, ladies and gentlemen. Never work in our lifetime. The next lifetime, never. He will never be the president. He was just in a perfect storm, perfect spot for mayor. Because let me tell you something about Cuomo. That piece of shit. His closing arguments were this. This is how stupid Cuomo. He goes in his last closing debate. I'm sorry. Excuse me. He didn't say sorry. He says, I want to bring up the nursing. Remember the COVID? How many people lost their lives? Why would you bring that up? We know what happened. Some people don't forget, but there are a lot of people who did forget. Why would you bring that up? Why? Why would Cuomo bring that up? Not a piece of shit he is. And this is what you got. And what you got in Virginia. And in Jersey, I believe it's the second highest property tax. What do people think? I'm from Jersey. What are you thinking? What the hell are the Italians thinking? Jewish thinking? Puerto Ricans thinking? Blacks thinking? Whites thinking? How the hell do you want second highest property taxes? Highest gasoline taxes? If I pick my house up here in Las Vegas, Nevada, lift it up, same house, and put it in New Jersey, I'm paying $10,000 more a year. That's why people aren't living in New Jersey anymore or going to Florida and North Carolina. That's why people in California are moving here in Nevada. That's why people in Virginia are going to move somewhere else. It never works. Trump cuts taxes, right? Trump has reduced taxes. He said it. What did he say? I'm going to close the borders. I closed the borders. I'm going to reduce taxes. He done it. We're going to have a big, beautiful bill. He's done it. No tax on Social Security. No tax on overtime and tips. He's done it. I'm going to stop all wars. Almost done. 8 wars. He's working on Ukraine. I'm going to have a better economy. We're not there yet. Almost. He's done everything and more. And more. And they try to assassinate him. And the Democrats, the new Democrat, I don't call it a Democrat. I don't want to call it a mob either. It's an insult. When you say the Democrats a mob, I don't like that word. Let's change it. It's called Scatiad. Because a mob, and I'm not encouraging mafia, the mob gives back. Mob gives money to the less fortunate. Democrats don't. They are for themselves. They're not even for their family. They are about themselves on making money, become millionaires, and make like they want to help us. No way, my friends. They're not a mob. They're not mob at all. They're a Scatiad, which means ugly for YouTube. Just in case YouTube had to understand, it's not going to work. They're not a Bill Clinton. They're not even a Jimmy Carter. Jimmy Carter was just a bad president. This is not a Democrat. This is a nightmare. Versus common sense. Not Donald Trump. It's versus common sense. Good versus evil. I actually think it's worse than, you got people out there that are moderate Democrats. I've said this before. Josh Shapiro. There's some decent Democrats. The problem is they stick together. That I will say. So, with that said, I just don't see it happening for them. They don't care about the American people. And that's when people go to vote for midterms, ladies and gentlemen, it is about a better economy, a safer nation. The rest is all, Trump drops the F word. Trump calls out fake news. It gets on my nerves sometimes, but it's about the economy. So if you are a conservative, take a deep breath. They got their little sugar high. Not surprised too much. We will move on and keep this nation going forward until a decent Democrat works on the issues versus Republicans, and that's going to be that. All right, I'll read some comments here. Thank you, Trump. Yeah, everybody. Thank you, Donald Trump. Helping the American people. Sorry for the volume in the background. I apologize. Let me lower that TV a little bit. What I do for a living. I'm a personal fitness trainer. All right, let's continue. I hope New York City gets everything. I hope. Hey, Ardell, let me just stop for a second. Ardell, my friend, I'm glad you were able to get the notification. High five, fist bump. Shout out to Ardell. Shout out to all my loyal subscribers and new subscribers. Amen. Jesus is the King. Reading some comments here. I appreciate you all. Like and subscribe if you enjoy the content. Hello, Terry. We got multiple Alabama in the house. We got Alabama. We got Jersey in the house. We got Las Vegas. Who else is in the house? Both are evil. You're right. You're right. Oh, wait a minute. Everything you said, you're saying I'm right. No. Trump is different. He's separated from the evil. My opinion. Where are you guys coming in from? Anybody from Canada? Italy? Germany? Africa? Rochester in the house. What's up, North Carolina? Beautiful North Carolina. Let's go, Trump. I love our president, Debbie. Shout out to Debbie. What's going on in Georgia? Send me Georgia peaches. Appreciate it. We got California, Texas, Missouri, Michigan. Yeah, somebody else said I look like the Tin Man from Wizard Odds. Thank you. Thank you. Las Vegas in the house. Palon, loyal subscriber. You lost your job due to tariffs. I'm sorry that happened, but was it really from tariffs? But I pray that better opportunities come your way. What's going on in Boston? I was just in Boston. Beautiful. We got avocados and fruit over there at Crystal's house. If anybody needs any, I'm just saying. New York City long term. I believe it'll be better. I believe the right, Democrat, Republican will change. This will not last forever. So, you asked. Tennessee, do me a favor. Send me some apricot moonshine. Thank you. Thank you. Tracer, 7667. Appreciate it. Thank you for that donation. My family owns a farm, and Trump is responsible. Trump's for the farmers. Appreciate your donation. But we got to get a better solution for the farmers. We really do. And I figured out a way we can do it. We can talk about that in a little bit. See, Chester, what's happening at 8967 on this Wednesday? How's everybody doing? Hopefully you're enjoying your Wednesday. But that's it in a nutshell. This election really didn't, in my view, hurt. What's going on in Tampa? Beautiful Tampa, Florida. It did not hurt the primaries that are coming up in 26. Ben says another moron. It's not going to affect the 26 midterms at all. So I just want to point that out there. My view. Thank you for the donation of that $2 donation. Appreciate it. It goes to the homeless. He destroyed it. Long-term solution on the farms is the people that have been working on the farms that are illegal. Make them pay into a percentage to become here legally. There's plenty of ways. But he's not destroying it. The farmers, majority of the farmers, I mean, I have family in the farming business, all are positive and staying positive and knowing that we're going to be in a better situation, and we are in a better situation. Madami. Yeah, I see a lot of people saying they're fucking over the farmers. It's not. Illegals need to leave the United States. Absolutely. 100%. But, I'm not going to convince you one way or another because you're hearing it from fake news. But the big picture is Trump is helping the farmers. Long-term solution, it has to be better, I will agree. But he's actually helping the farmers. I'm not here to convince you one way or another. But once again, if you're just coming in and catching this live, think about where we are now, where we were a year ago, where we were 3 months ago, where we're heading. We have a president who cares and is trying, and that's it. Have a good night for those who are saying good night. Is Newsmax the truth? I don't know. I think they're just trying to make money, Great one, Ozzy. How do you tell the difference between fake news? What's that? Fake news and not fake news? That's a good question. I like to listen to a little bit of this, a little bit of that. You need to digest, read. People need to read the facts on what's going on. I just gave you some numbers, guys. These are accurate on tariffs. I said this last time. I'll say it one last time because we're coming towards the end. Trump tariffs are making money, $142.2 billion. These are facts from last year. Okay, this is fake news. This is real news. This is real stats. Okay, growth is up 174%. Not enough to replace income tax. So for those who are saying, "Oh, it's going to replace," that's wrong too. But it is working. Tracer 7667. So it is working. Inflation's down. So we got work to do. But once again, Rome wasn't built. we do have a president that knows it's working, because based on these numbers, growth 174% is good. It's not done, but it's good. See, so it is working. If it was lower, then you can ask yourself, well, it's not working. I might have to lean another way, or I might do seats, but this is working. So for all those who said that it wasn't going to work, it's working. Like Ozzy would say, and many others, we're going to hit a couple bumps. We did. I did with my business, but it's working. And interest rates will go down. So much, much more needs to happen. But once again, it's not going to affect the 26th election. I don't believe it's going to affect it one bit. And I believe that Republicans will continue with both the Senate and the House. And I'm going to go a little farther and win the 28th. I know it's a little bit away, but because I don't see anything that's going to help the Democrat, because I don't even call it a Democrat Party. Unless somebody has a cause to separate from the Democrat Party, he or she, and say, you know what, I don't like everything that Trump has done, but I don't like free, and socialism, right? I'm going to come out, not me, but quote, speaking, and do something that's different from this Democrat, quote unquote, party. That's the only way they can have a chance. I don't see it unless there's somebody out there just smoking a cigar waiting. Until that day comes, you're going to continue to have J.D. Vance, Marco Rubio, or someone else. But who knows? So for me, it was a win for Trump. Well, how's that a win for Trump? Because most logical people know that everything I just said is true. Free rent is not going to ever work, because people will never work for free. In addition, there's no room to build, and people are not going to do anything for free long term. Not going to ever happen. Unless Madani, whatever the hell his name is, has money that he's going to pay out of his pocket. And I don't think he does. What do you guys, yes or no? You think he actually has money to pay all this? Are you going to pay people to build? I don't see it happening. I don't. But who knows? You know, maybe he's got something up his sleeve that will work. Wish him well. And I mean that. It really is a shame. No, I run into people because we help out the homeless here in Las Vegas, and there's more homeless because people are not getting their SNAP benefits. It's a damn shame. So, you know, people depend on that $200, $300, $400 a month for a family. Yeah, it is cigar time, Palon. And now they're not going to get it. That's a shame. Not because of Trump, because of one man and the Democrat Party, Chuck Schumer. What an awful, and I don't wish him anything bad. I really don't. But what an awful human being. Democrats shut down SNAP. Yeah, it's a shame. You imagine waking up this week, it was the first of the month, today's the 5th, and that $300, $400, $200 to put food on your table are not going to receive it. And you might have voted that way. Imagine that. Ask yourself this, ladies and gentlemen. Is that what you want? All because of one big, beautiful bill that 80% is for American people. It is for hybrid cars. It's for no tax on Social Security, no tax on overtime. It's more spending. It's adding to the deficit. I agree. But at least it's staying here, not going to Jabip land and paying for Sesame Street and all this bullshit stuff. But now people are not going to eat. They got to depend on families, and some don't have family. And guess what? Days to come, weeks to come, you're going to see more homeless in Denver, more homeless in California, more homeless in Philly, and of course where I live in Las Vegas, I'm seeing it. More homeless because of Chuck Schumer. So ask yourself this on midterms. Ask yourself this next time you vote Democrat. This is the party. This is the new Democrat Party, not the old. Not the old. The old Democrat had their different views, Republicans. Both sides were full of shit, but, you know, at least they tried. You know, you don't have this now. What a damn shame. AOC, Madani, and Gavin Newsom, and Bernie. What's up, Jack? Mayoff. Shout out. It's sad, but I am positive. I am very positive that we're going to continue. After Trump is president, we will continue the fight, and we will not ever see socialism in the United States of America. Never. Why? Because Trump saved both parties and will continue to work for the American people, which should be done. God bless you, Palon. Appreciate that. All about the people, talking about ballroom. It was probably fun and it's not taxpayer. Yeah. It was all donated in Trump's money. Yeah, that was all. And, you know, Crystal, thank you for bringing it up. I appreciate it. You know, the ballroom thing, it's about time. What's wrong with making it nice? It was just a bunch of old, broken down, what I've read, buildings that was waste. And what's wrong with that? It wasn't the taxpayers at all. What's going on in Ireland? Appreciate it. Yes. Shout out to Ireland. Yeah, what is wrong with a ballroom? I mean, make it nice. Have European prime minister, presidents come over, look good, presentable. You know, the White House sets an example for the United States of America. You don't want it to look scazziato in Italian. Scazziato, ugly. You want it to look nice. But like Crystal alluded to, it was donors. And Trump. It wasn't taxpayers. A bunch of bullshit. A bunch of fake news. CNN. And CNBC. And the rest of them. View. I do care about healthcare. Anthony, appreciate you. Good to see you. I do care. And I agree with you, Anthony. We do need to work on that. I talked about it last night. We need to work on that. I wrote to Trump on that. 100%, Anthony. But, Anthony, sorry, I was closing my door. Let me call myself out. That was bad. I'm walking away talking to you. We do need to work on better healthcare. It's not easy. It's got to make us happy, the physicians, the insurance, competition will work. But yeah, I agree. But I can tell you this, Anthony, Obamacare is not the answer. I tried it. It will bankrupt you. It's not the way to go. I know free doesn't work. But we do need to work on it. I agree 100%. So thank you for bringing it up. Yes, Lemon J, they do. Absolutely, Janine. Absolutely, 100%. That's your opinion about what somebody said about Trump. Everybody has their opinion. Yeah. Look, it comes down to this. We got to work on a lot of things. We're not quite where we should be. But think about it, if Trump wasn't president, where we would be. Where we would be. I was going to say something, but I won't. But we could be in a lot worse shape. No, I'm serious. I don't trust him. I never trust him. After the whole thing, well, we'll just, not going to say it. Yes, Terry, right. I want to pin that, Crystal. So if anybody wants to read it, you don't have to read it. It's there. Thank you, Crystal. So we were talking about, if you're just coming in, the blue wave. It's a sugar high. Nobody expected it, except for Jersey. Maybe could have went another way. Not going to hurt the primaries. If you're just coming in late, Trump's still our president. We're heading in a better direction each and every hour, every day, as Trump's the last person to go to sleep, according to J.D. Vance, and the first person to wake up. Amazing at his age. Acts like he's in his 50s, 60s. So you can ask yourself this. You don't have to like Donald Trump. You don't have to agree on Donald Trump. Shit, I don't agree on everything. But he's doing a much better job than a run-by committee that wasn't even run by a president of the United States. Think about it. There are people like Elizabeth Warren and Joe Biden and Pete Buttigieg and Barack Obama and many more who are running this country. And now it's run by one man only, President Trump. And tariff tax are working 100%. And that's why it's not. We got a little wind coming from the Northeast. That's why we don't have inflation. That's why interest rates are going to go down. That's why we have a better economy. And that's where we're at right now. So the little blue wave on these 3 states, nothing changed for Donald Trump. Nothing changed for midterms, in my opinion. And for those who are stopping in and saying hello, welcome in. Like and subscribe if you're new to the channel. If you enjoy the content, we welcome all in. We help out the homeless on our off time each and every day. Each and every day. We help out those who are struggling. And by the way, we help out Republicans. We help out Democrats. We help out gays, straights. And we also help out illegals. Because I will never, I'm not for it, open borders. I'll never, ever let anybody struggle that I see that are on the streets. That's not the Republican way. That's not the Democrat way. That's the common sense way. Right back to you, camera. That's what's way it is. We have a president who cares. He's trying. And again, he's not where I want him to see with homeless. He's not where I want to see with healthcare. But damn it, he's trying. And if he doesn't fix it, I will call him out. That's the American way. Everybody's entitled to their opinion. Do I think he cares? I am 100% know he cares. Okay? 100% know he cares. Once again, he won. You have to get over a Democrat. Just like we got over, if you live in New York and you didn't vote for this Mandani, he won. You got to get over it. How do you fix it? Well, don't go socialism next time. That's how you remove somebody. But, you know, I hope he does well. If I lived in New York, I'm glad I don't. You hope that he does well. Escape from New York. Woo. Buzzy. Yeah. I think most people are going to be leaving. Probably right after the holidays. It's like California. Is a lot of people are leaving. And New Jersey. And Virginia. Go somewhere where it's more affordable. You know? I'm not saying Republican governors have it all together, but it's a hell of a lot better than what we're seeing in socialism, right? I'm not here saying, I mean, our governor, I voted for him. He's not where I want him to be. I've called him out, and I voted for him. And he's Italian. I don't care. When I can call myself out, and I've said this many times, I have no problem calling out anybody. Yeah, I agree with that comment. I don't agree with that comment. Now, appreciate everybody being here, and hope everybody's doing well and continue staying positive, not just in politics, but in life in general. Taking 1 hour at a time, 1 day at a time. Believe in who you are. Enjoying life. Wishing for the best for whoever it might be, Democrat, Republican. That's all you can do. Oh, of course, believing in Donald Trump. Thank you, Lemon J. So we got 94 likes. Let's get 100 likes. We would all appreciate it. Thank you for all your support on these live streams. Once again, thank you for Crystal, who's helped sponsor in today's live. Thank you so much, all moderators. Appreciate each and every one of your comments. Bobby Lee, how are you? I mean, it's impossible for everybody to agree on everything, but I can tell you this, it's not going to work the way Mr. Mamdani is his plans. It won't work. Absolutely, Lemon J. High five, fist bump, my friend. Where's Trump's health care plan? Michael Johnson. He's got to work on that, Michael. You thought I was going to come out and say he has a plan? He's got to work on it. Again, if you're just coming in, maybe you're just coming in. He's not perfect. And listen, look how much he's done already. But yeah, we got to work on that. And he will. He will accomplish that. And I believe he'll end that war with Ukraine and Russia that we should never, ever been in. So many people lost their lives over there. Those checks, I'm still waiting on it. It's coming. Ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate each and every one of you. I'm going to give about 5 minutes to those who maybe were chatting among each other. That's what we do. I usually give 2 minutes. I'll give 5 minutes. Thank you for 100 likes. I'm overwhelmed. To say your goodnights, you know, and that kind of stuff. Eggs are not more expensive now. You know that, I know that. But thank you for your comment. You know that's not true. I appreciate everybody for being here. We welcome everybody in all parts of the world. And all your comments. If everybody agreed, it'd be boring. We don't want everybody to agree with me or anything else. It'd be boring. But common sense. I'm seeing comments about the eggs. I don't know if you guys are serious or trolling or whatever, and that's fine. You just know and I know eggs are cheaper now than ever were. I just got eggs 2 nights ago. Was it $2.99, $3.99? I haven't seen $8.99 in a long time. In a long time. So that's bullshit. Thank you. Appreciate that. Donation. Thank you. Yeah, I'm not going back and forth on the eggs, guys. We know eggs are down. Thank you. Thank you, Bama. Thank you, Shiji. Appreciate that. Shiji Baby Music. Love that. Love that title, actually. I love it a lot. Thank you. That's kind of funny, Robert. Real funny. I'm serious. Jay, answer your question. You know, I haven't seen it. You really want an answer, send a little donation. We'll put it towards the homeless people. Hey, guys, thank you so much. Remember, believe in yourself. Have a great rest of your Wednesday evening and the rest of your week. We're live every night. Do take a day off. We help out the homeless on this channel. 100 proceeds. We're able to forward it to the homeless and help out people that are struggling. We really got to work on that. We really, really do. We got to help people that are struggling, addiction, mental illness. We should never, ever forget about those people, particularly the veterans who fought for this country. Absolutely, Janine. I know. I don't know. People are just, I don't know where the hell people are saying 8.99 eggs. Don't buy them. They're that much. Don't eat them. Eat something else. Eat lettuce. All right. It's been great, guys. Try to put a little entertainment into it. Love yous all. Thank you so much, Crystal. Thank you, everybody who donated. Thank you, everybody who subscribed. Thank you, moderators. I appreciate it. Have a great rest of your evening. If you're going through a difficult problem, a sickness, a divorce, it will pass. It will pass. It will pass. Have a safe rest of your week. God bless Donald Trump. God bless you and your family. God bless Democrats, Republicans. I'm surely hoping that Mandani, whatever the hell his name is, Mandani, does well for New York. Wish him well. Thank you. God bless America. See you on the next live. Ciao. Thank you, guys.